Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast, Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
Welcome into The Verge, a show which covers the Baltimore Orioles minor leagues. The Verge is part of BSL Radio. Baltimore Sports and Life is dedicated to analysis and discussion on the Orioles, Baltimore Ravens, and the University of Maryland. The site has a team of writers providing coverage of those teams and houses live streaming content weekly. Join the conversations at the message board, like BSL on Facebook, and follow BSL on Twitter.
Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere and even earn money, all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free with no catch. Ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters, we feel like having options like video podcasts and Q&A lets us be more creative on another level. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
Oh, hey, good morning. Thank you. You're listening to today's On the Verge Daily. I'm your host, Bob Fallon, recapping the games from Tuesday, May 23rd, first night of the new week in minor league baseball. The less said about that Major League game, the better. God, I hate the Yankees. Let's get them back tonight, win the series, win the next two. All right, so in the minor leagues yesterday, we had two 11 a.m. games, bright and early. Get your coffee, watch some baseball. And we had some good results as well. It was Double-A Bowie. They defeated Akron 7-2. Cade Povich didn't get off to the best start. Gave up a 2-run homer in the second inning, but ultimately those were the only runs he gave up. He got the win to go to 4-3 with a 3.79 ERA, 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Continues to pitch very well despite the home run. Connor Gillespie came in. He gets credit for a save for pitching 4 innings of shutout baseball. 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. His ERA is 2.73. Another underrated 2019 draft pick moving up the ladder. And the Bowie offense was actually buoyed, get it, by some of the players that weren't at the very top of the lineup. You know, those guys at the top, they got theirs. Heston Kjerstad was 1 for 5 with his 10th home run, a solo shot. Kobe Mayo was 1 for 5 with his 12th double. And Cesar Prieto was 1 for 5 with a run, and once again didn't strike out or walk. But John Rhodes, he was 2 for 5 with his second home run, 2 runs, 2 RBI in the game. Now batting .245 with a .715 OPS after a slow start. Talk about a guy who needed a good game. Donta Williams, I mean, he has been dreadful at the plate this year, but he had a great game here. He made another outstanding catch in center field. Was also 2 for 2 with 2 runs, 2 RBI, 2 walk, his first home run of the season. And let's see, what did that get his line up to on the year? 144 batting average with a .523 OPS. Yikes, but hey, it's a starting point. Let's see what he can do from here. T.T. Bowens continues to be red hot since being added to the Bowie roster. 3 for 4 in the game with 2 doubles, giving him 4 already for them, a run and a walk. He's batting .500 with a 1378 OPS over 22 at-bats, I believe. And last but not least, Billy Cook was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk, his 5th double, as well as his 4th stolen base. Donta Williams also stole his 6th. But Cook is batting .204 with a 645 OPS. He's also been much better of late after a very slow start. And the other early morning game was Delmarva defeating Lynchburg 11-3. Delmarva now 20-18 on the season. Some good pitching, some good hitting in this game. Juan De Los Santos, 4 innings of 1-run ball with 5 strikeouts, lowering his ERA to 5.40. Davey Cruz came in and got the win. He's 4-0. He continues to walk batters and give up runs, but he also continues to strike batters out. 4 over 3 2/3 here to go along with 2 runs allowed. He's got a 5.47 ERA. Randy Verge. He recorded the final out of the 8th, and then Cesar Alvarez pitched a perfect 9th with a strikeout. Elio Prado led off, was 3 for 3, 2-run, 2 RBI, a walk, his second triple of the year. He's now batting .276 with a .775 OPS. That's very good for the young center fielder. Samuel Basayo, he got his in this game, 2 for 4 with a run, an RBI, his 10th double, and a walk, now batting .299 with an .829 OPS. And I saw something on Twitter, I think it was Prospect Tilt, saying that he has raised his walk rate and lowered his strikeout rate of late, which is obviously a good development for any player, but especially an 18-year-old in full season ball. Douglas Hodo was 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. Creed Willems back in the lineup, didn't miss a beat, 1 for 3, a run, an RBI and a walk. Steven Acevedo, 1 for 5 with a run and an RBI. Luis Gonzalez was 1 for 3 with 2 runs, an RBI and a walk. And Angel Tejada, he was another star in this game, 3 for 4 with 2 runs, 3 RBIs, his first double, second home run in full season ball, now batting .224 with a .650 OPS. The Ironbirds were the only minor league team to lose in the Orioles organization. 9-3, they lost to Jersey Shore, falling to 18-20. Ryan Long got the start, gave up 2 runs over 4 2/3 with 3 strikeouts. His ERA is raised to 1.97. Nick Richmond gave up his first run of the year over 1/3 of an inning on 3 hits. Trace Bright, he started off so strong, and there's still so many signs that he could be good, and I still believe that, but he has been giving up a lot of runs. 3 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 6 runs on 5 hits and 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, so he continues to strike out a ton of batters, but 7.71 ERA now on the season. That's unfortunate. Dylan Hyde came in to pitch the rest of the game, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit and 2 walks with a strikeout. You've heard of teams being a wagon. Well, the Ironbirds are a Wagner because he is hot in May. 1 for 3 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a walk in this game. His 6th home run, now batting .228. Got his OPS over 800 at 805 total, and that's with starting the season 0 for 21. Good on him. Jackson Holliday, you can't slow him down. 1 for 2 with a run and 2 walks. His batting average is creeping up to 400 at 397 with a 1233 OPS. Judd Fabian, 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Hudson Haskin, he was back in action, DHing in this game, playing 6 or 7 innings. He was 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Dylan Beavers was 1 for 4 with an RBI and his 10th stolen base, and actually Max Wagner stole his 11th in this game. And that was it as far as the offense goes. Frederick Bencosme and Isaac De Leon each walked. Crazy game in AAA. Crazy. That's a Succession reference for those who don't partake. Norfolk defeated Memphis 13-12 in 11 innings. Let's see. At one point, it was 6-2 Memphis, then 6-6, 7-6 Memphis, 10-7 Norfolk, 11-10 Memphis, 11-11, 12-12, 13-12. Yeah, I can count. DL Hall started the game, and he's deloading, but he's also wanting to delete this game from his game log. He gave up 6 runs over 1 2/3 inning, 2 home runs allowed, 5 hits, 2 walks with 3 strikeouts. His ERA is now 5.06. It's getting close to the time where it's like, let's get his velocity back, turn him to a reliever, and just let him eat out of the bullpen. Dylan Tate continues to not look the best. Gave up a run over 2/3 of an inning on 2 hits and a walk with 1 strikeout. Frady Gomez, he's back again, 2/3 of an inning, walked 2 batters, did not give up a run. Chris Valamont, best pitcher for the Tides in this game, 4 innings of shutout ball with 5 strikeouts, lowering his ERA to 2.65. Ryan Watson, unfortunately, could not follow his tandem partner's lead. He gave up 4 runs over 1/3 of an inning on 4 hits, no walks, and he struck out the only guy he got out. And his ERA is still 3.82, but not the best outing for him. Logan Gillespie, he pitched 1 2/3 scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts to lower his ERA to 1.86. And Reed Garrett got the win, pitching 2 innings, gave up 1 inherited runner in the 10th, but shut it down in the 11th. 2 strikeouts. He's got a 2.30 ERA on the season. Much like Billy, it wasn't the big names at the plate getting it done. Connor Norby led off, was 1 for 6 with a run and a walk, as well as his 14th double. Jordan Westberg was 0 for 6 with a walk. But Josh Lester, he came through 3 for 5 with 3 runs, 2 RBI, a walk. His 13th home run. He's now got and 909 OPS for AAA. Daz Cameron, Nick's boy, we talked about him a little bit, but he's been really good as well. 3 for 6, 3 runs, 3 RBI, his 7th home run, his 7th stolen base, batting .274 with an .873 OPS. Lewin Diaz was 0 for 3, but he walked 3 times, scored 2 runs, and had an RBI. Glenn Dinning, that's not Glenn, last name Dinning, that's Robbie Glendinning. He was 2 for 5 with 2 runs. Anthony Bemboom was 2 for 5 with 3 RBI, a walk, and his 2nd triple. He's now got a .286 batting average with an .804 OPS. Go ahead, Bemboom, get it. And Shane Fontana was 2 for 5 with a run, an RBI, a walk, and his 6th stolen base. So if you stayed up late, you got to see a good one in Memphis. Tonight, it's Cole Irvin going for the Tide, Bradley Bramer going for the Shorebirds. Alex Pham starts Game 1 of Aberdeen's doubleheader. Not sure about Game 2, and TBD is listed in Bowie. But someone will be back tomorrow to recap those games for you, and hopefully the Orioles can bounce back and beat the Yankees at least one of these next 2 games. As always, thank you for listening, and thanks for being a patron. That'll do it for this week's episode of On the Verge. Be sure to check out our Patreon page where you can help show your support for the show and get bonus content, including monthly top 50 updates to our prospect list and daily game recaps during the season, and much, much more.